Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is B-Tray back at it with another video for y'all. And in this video, I'm going to be showing y'all a system or method that we use to clean every building that we service. So I'm going to be showing y'all a great system that you can also implement in your cleaning business. It's really effective. I think your staff will really like it as well. And it's just a great system, okay? And if you're just starting off or you already have a cleaning business, this is just a great method. If you're still looking for your first contract, you can definitely get this system in place before you even start your first building. And once you do get your first building, your first client, use this and this will be really great for your company. So this system is called Team Cleaning System. So it's called the Team Cleaning System. And we're going to be using this building right here as an example. All right, this is a 6,000 square feet building. And as you can see, right here, when you walk in, you have some cubicles right there. You have some stairs. You have some offices, conference room. You have some bathrooms here. We have a dumpster outside. And we also have a break room. All right. So we're going to be using this as an example on how the team cleaning system works. All right. So it's called Team Cleaning System. So there are 4 rows to this team cleaning system, 4 different rows. And then one person can do this team cleaning system, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5. It doesn't really matter how many people is cleaning in that building. Every person can have a role in this team cleaning system, and it's really basic and really simple. And I believe also your staff will like it and you will like it as well. All right. So team cleaning system. And this is a really good way to clean every building that you have. So there are 4 rows. The first row is called the starter. All right. And this is actually the most important row. All the rows are important, but if I had to rank them, this is the most important row. All right. It's called the starter. And some companies call it the light duty specialist. Hopefully I spelled this right. So it's called the starter or light duty specialist. But just to keep it simple, let's just stick with starter. So the starter, what does the starter do? Well, the starter is going to collect all the trash. They're going to collect all the trash from the cubicles. They're going to wipe desk. So as they're going through getting the trash, they're going to wipe the desk. And they're also going to dust. All right. They're also going to dust. And lastly, if your building has an alarm, they're also going to set the alarm. So this is the starter position, and this is your most important position. So you have to make sure you have a really good staff member doing the starter position. And like I said, if it's only one person, that's fine. All right. If you only have one person cleaning the building, that's totally fine as well. So we have the starter position. They'll be doing trash, wiping the desk, dusting, and setting the alarm. All right. So now let's go back here. So the starter position. So when the starter starts, they're going to have a brute trash can, the trash can with the wheels at the bottom. They're going to have the trash can. They're going to have some cleaning solutions, like the chemical to spray on their rag to wipe the desk. And they're also going to have bags if they have to change the bags while they're getting the trash out the cubicles. And also they're going to have a duster. All right. So what the starter is going to do, they're going to be coming in. All right. They're going to go to that cubicle, get the trash, wipe the desk, and do some dusting. They're going to go to that cubicle and do the same exact thing. And as you can see, they're just going to go to all of these cubicles get the trash, wipe the desk, and dust. All right. They're also going to dust the railings on the stairs. They're going to go in here, grab the trash, wipe the desk, dust the windowsill. They're going to come in a conference room and also clean the table. They're going to go up here. They're going to clean some more of these offices here. And they're going to go in the break room. They're going to clean the tables, the counters, the sink. They're going to clean the outside of the refrigerator, outside of, a microwave, and do some dusting as well. So that is what the starter is going to do. All right. And that's the only thing they will be doing. So in your building, they'll be doing that. They'll be doing the trash. They'll be doing the dusting, recycling if there's recycling. Okay. And they're going to be wiping desks, cleaning the break room. All right. So that is the role of a starter. All right. So the second position is called Janitor. All right. So that's just like a fancy name for it. But it's called Janitor, or some companies call it restroom. I'm spelling all of this wrong, huh? Well, restroom specialist. All right. I know I spelled that wrong. But the restroom specialist. Let's see if I can get this corrected or not. All right, let's keep it like that. So we got Janitor or the restroom specialist. All right. So let's just keep it simple, and we're going to keep it at Janitor. And obviously, as the name is, a restroom specialist, they will just be focusing on the restroom. All right. They will only be focusing on the restroom. So what they'll be doing is fully cleaning the restrooms, and mopping the restrooms. All right. So if we go back to that office, we have looks like a few bathrooms here. So what they'll be doing is they'll be going right into the bathroom and fully cleaning this bathroom right here. They'll be cleaning the sink, the counter. They'll be making sure the paper towels filled. They'll be cleaning the glass, right? And they'll also be mopping the floor of the bathroom. They'll go to the other bathroom. They'll do the same exact thing. They'll be dusting the tops of the partitions, cleaning the partitions and dusting, fully cleaning the toilet, the sides of the toilet. They'll go to the other bathroom and they'll do the same exact thing. So that's their main focus, is bathrooms. Okay. And let's say, so right here is all carpet, right? But let's say some of these offices, let's say these offices was not carpet. Let's say it was just like wood floor. They'll also be mopping the floor as well. All right. So if you had some regular floor, they'll also mop the floor. They'll change the water, of course, and they'll mop the floor as well if these were if it wasn't carpet. So their main thing is, like I said, is bathrooms. So it's bathrooms and also some mopping as well if the some of the rooms did have regular floor like wood. All right. So they'll be fully cleaning the restrooms and mopping the restroom floors and mopping other room floors. All right. Number 3. This is called the utility. So this is the utility specialist. All right. So the utility specialist. So the utility specialist is going to start a little later. Okay. And you're going to see why. So let's say this person is starting at 7:30 p.m. This staff member starting at 7:30 p.m. You want the utility to start at 8 p.m., a little bit later, and I'm going to show you why. All right. So the utility person, their main thing is they're doing tasks. They're doing things that is not, I guess you can say, a general clean. Okay. So what I mean by that is they're going to be doing the stairs. So they're going to be cleaning the stairs. If there was elevators, they'll be cleaning the elevator. Just things that's not general. Let's say there's like a back stairway or maybe like a back room, something like that. They'll be cleaning those things. That's not a part of what you can say general cleaning, like trash and dusting. And they will also be taking the trash to the dumpster. All right. So we look back at this office here. The utility person, like I said, they will be cleaning the stairs here, right? So they'll be cleaning the stairs right here, maybe vacuuming or sweeping. They'll also be taking the trash to the dumpster. So once the starter is finished with the trash or halfway done, maybe they got some bags piled up right here. Just make sure they're not leaking or anything. They'll be taking some trash to the dumpster. So this is a smaller building for 4 people, but I just wanted to give this as an example. Okay. But the utility person, they'll be cleaning the stairs, elevators. They'll be taking trash to the dumpster and just doing things that's not normal, like general cleaning, if that makes sense. Let's say there's some trash cans outside and you have to, it's in your contract to change the trash outside. They'll be going outside, getting the trash and taking that changing that trash and taking that to the dumpster as well. So they'll be doing those type of things. All right. Then lastly, but not least, you have something called closer or vacuum specialist. All right. I'll just put that so I don't want to misspell it. All right. So closer or vacuum specialist. So the closer, they're going to vacuum. All right. And that's the main thing that they're going to do. They're just going to vacuum and check for missed trash cans, right? And they're going to start a little bit later as well. So the starter, remember, they're doing all the trash, right? So once the closer comes in, they're going to start vacuuming, but they're also going to check all the cubicles for missed trash, just in case the starter, which should be your best person, everybody's not perfect, right? So if there's a trash miss, the closer, while they're vacuuming, they're also checking the trash just to make sure all the trash cans were emptied. All right. So as you can see, so the closer, they're going to start, you could start from the top floor, but just for today, for an example, they're going to be coming down here. They're just going to be vacuuming, coming in a cubicle, vacuum, checking the trash, making sure it's empty, going, vacuuming, and they're pretty much vacuuming all the cubicles like that. All right. So hopefully that makes sense right there. All right. So this is your system. All right. You have one person doing all the trash, wiping the desk, dusting. Once everybody's done, setting the alarm. You have the another staff member, they're cleaning all the bathrooms. Right? You have another staff member, they're doing the stairs, taking the trash to the dumpster, doing things that's not really in the general cleaning scope, right? But it is within your contract. Then you have the closer, their main thing is just vacuuming and checking for missed trash. So this system is good because it gives everybody one task. All right. It just gives everybody one task, which is great. So you might be thinking, well, this place is not big enough for 4 people, right? Because, there's only a couple bathrooms. So let's say you only have 3 people in here, right? So if you only have 3 people that's cleaning, no problem. The 3 people, you will assign a task. So you have one person do the starter. You have one person do the sanitor, right? Skip utility. And you have one person do the closer task. Okay. So you have 3 people to do that. So you have one person that does the starter, one person that does the sanitor, one person that does the closer. Then for the utility task, you will split among those 3 staff members. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. So the starter, they'll do all the trash, wipe the desk and dust, right? Wipe the desk and dust, set the alarm at the end of the night. But they'll also do the utility task. You will split and say, hey, starter, I want you to clean the elevators as well, if there's elevators in there. The sanitor, they will get also utility tasks. And you will let them know, hey, once you're finished, I want you to clean the stairs. Then the closer, they'll get utility tasks. And you can let them know, hey, I want you to take all the trash to the dumpster. So that's if you have 3 people working in that building. So 3 people, it's not that big enough for 3 people, right? In my opinion. So let's say you have only 2 people working in here. Same thing. What you'll do is you will split these 4 rows. All right. You'll split these 4 rows. Again, you'll split the 4 rows. So now let's delete that. Remember, the 4 rows is starter, let's just do that for trash, sanitor, let's just do restrooms, utility, stairs, elevators. I know I spelled that wrong, but y'all get the point. Elevators, trash to dumpster. And then you have closer, vacuum. So if you only have 2 staff members, right? So the first staff member, you will assign 2 of these tasks. All right. So you can assign the first staff member 2 tasks. So you'll assign them starter. It's totally up to you. You can assign them starter and sanitor. So that first staff member, they'll be doing the starter. So they'll be doing the trash. Remember, we had dusting and wiping the desk. They'll be doing that. And they'll be doing sanitor. They'll be doing fully cleaning all the restrooms. See that? Then the second staff member, they'll be doing the other 2 tasks. They'll be doing the utility and the closer. So they'll be doing the utility, they'll be doing the stairs, the elevators, they'll be taking the trash to the dumpster, and the closer, they'll be doing all the vacuuming. You see that? So let's say you only had 1 staff member. So let's say in this building here, you only have 1 staff member, right? It's going to take them a little bit longer because there's only one staff member cleaning this entire building. No problem. They will do every single task, but one by one. So first they'll do the starter position. So they'll collect all the trash. They'll be wiping the desks, right? They'll be dusting. Once they're done with that, they'll do the Janitorial position, which is they'll be doing all the bathrooms. Right? So first they'll get all the trash, dust, wipe the desk everywhere. Then they'll come back and they'll be cleaning the bathrooms. Okay. Then after that, they'll do the utility. So they'll be cleaning the stairs. They'll be cleaning the stairs. The trash that they did, they'll take it to the dumpster. If there's some garbage outside that you have to do, they'll be changing that bag as well. Okay. And lastly, they'll do the closer position. So they'll finish with vacuuming. And of course, they'll mop the bathrooms when they're doing the bathrooms in that Janitorial role. But after that, they'll do all the vacuuming. They'll vacuum all the carpet. All right. Then once they're finished, they'll set the alarm, and that's how every building gets cleaned through the team cleaning system. All right. And it's a great system to have, even if you're just starting out and if you're the only one cleaning. Starter, Janitorial, utility, closer. So if you have a bigger building, you can assign 4 staff members each one of these tasks. If you have 3, you can assign the 3 team members, 1 a starter, 1 a Janitor, 1 a closer. Then you'll split the utility amongst those 3. If you have 2 staff members in a building, you give 1 staff member 2 positions. Then you give the other staff member 2 positions. Then if you only have 1 staff member in a building, they'll do all 4. All right. And same thing if you have 5, 6, 7 staff members. You just start splitting. Okay, this person, hey, that means a pretty big building if you have 4 or more staff members. So if you have like 5, 6 staff members, hey, 1 person starter, 1 person Janitor, 1 person utility, 1 person closer. Then let's say there's a lot of cubicles in that building. You'll give somebody else another starter position. You'll give somebody else another Janitor position. And you just start splitting these positions between the staff members if you have more than 4 staff members at a building. All right. So hopefully y'all find this helpful. Like I said, it's called the team cleaning system. And this is how we clean every single building at our company. And with that, hopefully y'all learned some good information, and check out some of the links I have. You can get a free proposal from me. It's a 1-page proposal. We won our first few contracts when we started our commercial cleaning business. Also have a link to the software that we use if you want to operate your cleaning business really well, and professional. So check out those links. And if you have any questions or anything, definitely leave them down in the comments. And with that, hopefully I enjoyed this, and God bless.